everyone, it's Amy Shahinsky with Fun with Stamping, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Beaumont, Alberta, Canada. And tonight I'm going to share with you how to decorate and add a little bling to your candles using some Stampin' Up! Stuff that you have in your house. Now, is this not the prettiest? I love the Gilded Leaf, the little bows, the ribbon, love it. Let me show you what the candle looked like to begin with. It wasn't bad. Big S on it. Shahinsky works for me, but I'm like, oh, I could do more. I can play around. Let's have some fun. So let's. Here is another candle, and I peeled off the S and it left behind the foam backing, and this does not want to come off. And I'm like, oh, I could probably put Goo Gone on it, but then it smells like Goo Gone. So I'm like, well, we're just going to cover it. But first off, let's heat this and add our pretties, our bling to it, whatever you have in your craft room. Now, a couple of tips. A blow dryer will not work. It doesn't get hot enough, and when it does start to melt the wax hardens up. It dries, it gets hard again so fast, so it doesn't work. So you do need a heat gun, which I happen to have. And like I said, once you heat this, it tends to harden really quick. So you have to be ready with what you're gonna do. You can go back and heat it again, and I'll show you that. You can put almost anything in here. I've played around. The wax, when it gets to a sequence, it's not going to cause a fire hazard because the wax has coated it so much. You don't have to worry about that. So this is going to get loud. So I put it inside my candle. And I go round in circles. And I'm going to get ready to sprinkle. And you can see it start to turn glossy and it's melting. And then you're going to smell your candle. It smells really good right now. So I've got this ready. And I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of this in. Ooh, that's a little much. Then I'm going to get this ready with my gold and heat this up again. And it just kind of pushes it around a little bit more, which I like. Spreads it out. Gets it nice and I'm going to drop those in. And voila, and that's it. Oh, and it smells so pretty in here right now. So I'm gonna get that out of the way, and we have to let that harden before we go to the next step. So the ribbon I'm gonna use, I love this ribbon. It's so soft, so elegant, so kind of vintagey. It's the white frayed ribbon. You get 10 yards of it. It's on page 33 of the mini. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around my candle. And using my snips, I want the seam in the front because that's what I'm going to hide. Now, I think you know what happens. Look, I melted it a little too much, so the bling went to the bottom. So just don't heat it so much. Now you're not going to be able to see that, but as it burns, you're definitely going to see that. So that's not a problem. So now I'm going to use, you could probably use tear and tape, because I don't know how long this is going to sit on my mantle. And I'm not sure what the heat is going to do to all of the tear and tape. So I'm using my glue gun. I'm going to bring out the big guns. And little dab there. Again, I've got the seam in the front because it's going to be hidden by my embellishment. Put that there. Ooh, my glue gun is smoking hot tonight. And there, just going to hold it. Perfect. I love this ribbon. Again, it is the white frayed ribbon. Very pretty. So for my embellishment, I have my this is the Gold and Rose 6x6 paper. It is on page 135. It's got a bit of a texture to it and a bit of a pattern. So whenever I have a textured paper that I'm going to glue something to, I always use my liquid glue so it can get into those little nooks and crannies. And I've got my liquid glue here, so I'm going to glue this. This is my butterfly, and as I hold this, I will talk to you about my stamp I use because I love it. Hold that there. Okay, so this stamp set is called Amazing Silhouettes. It is in the mini catalog, probably page 40-ish, and I love that the It's got like a distinctive, they call it, where it's a little bit of shadow. So some of it's a little bit lighter and darker on the images. And that just shows up so nicely. And again, for this catalog or this candle, it gives me that vintage look I'm going for. And I've been playing around a lot with, this is my go-to stamp. I'm really, really loving it. One of my team members doesn't. I'm going to convince her. I'm going to convince her she needs this. So there we go. And all I did is I took the butterfly, stamped it in Versamark, sprinkled on the gold embossing powder, and heated it up. And I have a nice heat embossed butterfly. And again, I'm going to go ahead and use the glue gun. You could probably use Stampin' Dimensionals. I just don't know, again, how long this is going to sit in my living room on my mantle. I might not want to burn it for a while because it's so pretty. And I'll use it as a decor element, not so much as a scent. And just put that there. Very nice. See how nice that's coming together? Quick and easy. So for the expression friend. Okay, I love this font. I'm a big one for fonts. This makes it look like somebody hand wrote it for me. And I love that because that's a lost art. Nobody really does that. It's all about texting. Yeah, which I do. So here is my label I'm going to use, my tag. And this is from the, what does this come from? Oh, the one that makes, all dressed up. The one that makes a little purse. So here's the die, and it's this long, but I don't want it that long. So go ahead and run this through your Big Shot, and then drag this out as much as you want, and then run it through the Big Shot again. And it will cut this off, and then leave you with, oh, I already stamped it, a little one. How cute is that? And then for that expression, I'll do it on this side. So I can show you, I didn't realize I'd done it. So here is the expression. It says, for a true friend, but I only want the friend. So bring out your Stampin' Right marker, and you're just gonna color just the friend. Don't use your ink pad, use your marker, making sure that you get your dotted I for friend in the bottom and the top of the F and D. And then put that in the center. Perfect. Very nice. Then I'm going to use my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's see, I got those here. Might take my pick. I like that one better. I did it twice. I was practicing so I wouldn't mess up on the video. Then we peel off our backings and we put that right onto, just underneath the butterfly. Okay. And then I want to add some gold pearls. And I seem to have lost, I had a whole package of them. Thank goodness I had this as a leftover from another project I did. So we're gonna pick up the pearl, oops. We're gonna go with the scissors. One pearl there. I use them like little tweezers. I think I have gilded flakes down here. There we go. Isn't that just stunning? Love it. But we're gonna do one more thing to it. And then I'm gonna show you a few extra ones I have. Put this all on the way. I'm bringing in the Gilded Leaf. Now, when I play with my Gilded Leaf, I have it in my container. And it's my zipper, and I have it in here. And I don't like to keep a lot in here only because I have dropped this. And once you drop it, you can't do anything. So I keep it in my jar, and I just pull out what I think I'm gonna need. So I think I'm only gonna need about that much to go around the edge. And then this, if I can't spill. So here we have our candle, and here we have our glue, and I'm just gonna run a rim of glue all the way around. And I'm not talking like a huge gob, not like mass quantities, because you're gonna have to come with your finger, and I'm gonna wanna spread that around, because I want the whole thing. I don't want like a perfect snake line. I want the whole thing to be covered, and maybe even drip a little down the edges. And you don't need this to be super wet either, because then it takes longer to dry, but just like that. And that you got time. That could sit there for an hour and you wouldn't have to worry about it, but I want to rip this off my finger with my wipes. Okay. Now this is an old Stampin' Up! Stipple brush, but I'm going to try to get these right in the center. Oh, piece of paper. And then all you're going to do is take your candle and you're gonna put it upside down and pounce it along and pick up the gilded leaf around the edge of your candle. Just like that. Then I take my finger and I kind of pat somewhere on if I think it needs a little more here. The glue will stick to it. And just pat, pat, pat. And I kind of take off the bigger pieces. I don't want those to start a fire. There. And then I have my stipple brush. I can even go like that. Tap, tap, tap. And there you are. And again, look, gilded leaf everywhere. I wasn't lying. Put that over there. And that's your candle. With the gilded leaf, the, butterfly with the front. I mean, that is just stunning. And you just took a $4 candle, and you know you've seen these candles in the stores. When they add those beads to the inside, they're a lot of money. I'll show you a couple more that I made. Get these out of the way. Here is a smaller one that I did. And I did more woodsy because I've got some jute here, and I got the wood grain paper, some little leaves from one of the our dies. That's one of the newer ones. Look how pretty. Oh, and rocks. Isn't that pretty? These are just little pebbles I had for another project. That's super cute. And then this one is our pink paper with the gold and more ribbon. And these are the sprinkles from the cupcake, or not the cupcake, the ice cream. Super cute. Let's see. Ooh, that's like floral. That's really pretty. Then we have the big one. This one, Being Awesome is Just Your Thing, with some, this is bits of glass that came from another project I had. And then I added in the gilded flakes, our designer series paper, our ribbon, some more of the twine, the gold twine. How cute. And I think how I did these is I decided what I wanted to drop inside of them. So like this cut glass was in blues and greens, so I knew that was going to be my decor, what had to go with it. And then with the rocks, I knew I was going to go more of an earth tone with the jute and the wood paper. So whatever I was going to put in my candle at the top, kind of designed around that, I found the easiest way for me. And there you have some cute candles that you decorate up when you got nothing to do on a Friday night and share with your friends. And I mean, what a cute little gift. You could wrap this up and drop it off at your neighbors. Super cute. If you have any questions, please I blew on my fingers. I have gilded leaf on my fingers. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd love to answer them. Always here, ladies. Thanks and have a great night. Bye.